Greetings and welcome back to Fallen Enchantress, Legendary Heroes, my Kingdom of Altar playthrough. So we are going to create a new henchman, and we are going to redo the bard. So we are going to give them actually a bow starting out now. We can buy a quarterstaff if we want one. We'll give them an upgradable short bow. Armor-wise, we will give them leather, and we will give them a soldier's cloak for the spell resist, and because it looks cool with altar. Equipment wise, we're not giving them any of these because they seem to not be getting them. Trait wise, they get bard, air adept, and life adept. Now, a good combination if you build your own custom kingdom is to get henchmen with Paradin's ability of the books, and then you can just basically buy books and train your henchmen in every spell you'd like. But we are going to save this one, Altarian Bard. Now that we've done that, let's go to a city, say Athica. Let's go ahead and cancel out the Sentinels and Town Watch. It is building. We're going to have another town train that. This is where Mausolus is going to come for his troops. So we're going to go to train. Now the Bard takes 180 and 8. The Altarian Bard is 181 and no crystal. So they are taking the crystal for this, but not giving him the, yeah, see, if I mouse over, he's not getting any of his accessories, but they're spending the the amount for it. So yeah, we will just train him and move him to the forefront here. And we'll go back into design. We will retire our old bard design. Now let's have a look at the archer. The archer has no armor and just a bow. So we want to edit this design. We want our own archer with some traits and stuff instead of just a cheap unit. Now archers are going to be hanging back. We want them to have a pretty good initiative because bows give an initiative penalty. We'll give them ambush. We'll give them fast. We'll give them veteran. They'll actually end up starting out higher level because they train a little bit on how to use a bow before they go out. Equipment wise, but we do want to give them a belt of speed so that they have a little bit more initiative because, again, the bows give a penalty. We actually want them in leather armor, and we will give them a soldier's cloak. And weapon-wise, they will have the upgradable short bow. But yeah, that's a -8 initiative. We need to offset it as much. It's not actually showing the equipment over here, oddly enough. So this is an archer. That's actually a good pose for the archer. And we'll put them in front of the burning town and call them archer. Now if we look at our archer, yes, now the equipment is showing up. We will hide their default archer. We will still keep the red watch. Although I kind of wish the red watch had thrown daggers. Let's see, they have potential, chainmail, and ambush. We are going to edit them. We'll make sure their equipment is upgradable. And I think we will give them a Arctic wolf cloak. Equipment wise, I don't know that they need any particular equipment except for the throwing knife. And I'm happy with their traits. And we will call this the Altarian Red Watch. And we'll just keep that pose, but we will put them in front of a wilderness type terrain because they're guerrilla fighters. I'd like a forest. That will work. Or that one, yes. They are guerrilla fighters, so they strike from ambush and all of that. They're skirmishers. And we will retire the Red Watch, or hide the Red Watch. Now we do need to redesign the Scout and the Mage and the Berserker because they are not getting their equipment, and the Kingsguard. So let us, and we're just going to create new rather than edit, so I don't get that bug I got with the Bard where he was starting with 2 staves. Now a good combination here, if you create your own custom empire, is to take Paradin's Spellbook's ability and take Alter's Henchman ability, and then you don't have to waste a trait slot to give them magic. You can just buy whatever spells books you want for your henchmen. However, these traits do give you like the first 3 levels of just the tactical spells. So the only real advantage over using the books is you are able to get all the strategic and other spells and can get all the way up to level 5, but you're exchanging Gildar for freeing up trait slots for something else, or perk slots. Now let's go ahead and start training some up for Mausolus. Mausolus is going to need a Bard and a Scout. We need to train a Bard, a Scout, and when we get a little bit more fame, we can start training a Mage for him as well. Let's move these to, that is not what I'm trying to move. Well, we'll move it to the back, because we want the Bard and the Scout up here. Actually, we want the Scout first, then the Bard. And we're also going to train some Altarian guards to travel with him. Now, for these Altarian guards, we can actually end up taking the ones here and just having the new ones basically replace the ones we take with us. Now, we are going to change to where we were getting the defenses for Farcross. We're going to train them at Shira's Pass. So that was 2 Town Watch and 2 Sentinels being trained here. And we'll move these to the back. We will keep the fort here. We'll do start on the fort before we start on those units, because he's about to get his last Altarian guard here. We'll start on the fort next. We might actually end up being able to rush it if necessary, because Vetrar is headed this way, and we want more defenses at this town should he decide to attack it. Now let's also go to, I keep doing that. Let's also go to Ziggertok. I am training Sentinels and Town Watch here, and then I was training a Scout and a Bard for Tuatha. But we need to change that to an Altarian Bard and an Altarian Scout. And we will move them up. Let's go ahead and shuffle some of this stuff to the back. And it will be right after I finish the Town Watch, I should go into the Bard and the Scout for him. Well, we could do one thing in the interim. I guess the other Iron Mine. Oh, I didn't grab the Iron Mine, I grabbed something else. Yeah, we will do the other Iron Mine before we go into those 2. Alright, we've completed Ziggertok School, so it's now working on its defenses, the 2 Sentinels and the 2 Town Watch. Actually, no, those are the 2 Sentinels and 2 Town Watch for Haladime. So yeah, we will go through those before we build up Tuatha's forces. And as a matter of fact, we'll send Tuatha and his forces, the Myerscath and the Cave Bear, while we're waiting on that. We will send them down to get the collar, which I believe Iriel has. Lord Relias is just kind of wandering around waiting for Tylan to finish Ariog's tower and start getting the cure potions. In the meantime, I do think I have some stuff to sell. Yes. I can sell the lightning hammer. I will keep these broadswords for now. Sell my leather vambraces and these venom sacks. These silk. And since I have 81 hit points, the salted pork only does about 12, and the bread only does about 8. So I think I would be better off trading those. So let's go over to trade. The scout has 31 hit points. The bard has 31. The Kingsguard has 47. The bread's not really that useful to him. That's only 8 points. He actually needs the healing nectar more. Let's trade the healing nectar from the bard here. And give the bard the other bread. Actually, the bard can kind of heal himself, but yeah, we'll give the bard a couple of bread, take his other salted pork. We'll give the scout an extra salted pork, and take his other bread and his healing elixir. The berserker only has 17 hit points. He doesn't need the healing nectar. What did I just trade? I just traded his weapon away. Well, that's just as well. He needs to equip that one. We will take his healing nectar and give him this bread and salted pork. And actually, we might give him the growth potion. Now, the mage, I will take his healing nectar. And the Kingsguard, who has an ice mace and the guardian blade, I might give him the Sinian broadsword. He'll lose a counterattack, but he will gain higher attack and do more damage versus twisted. I don't know. Well, I'll keep him with the guardian blade for now, but he's currently only got the bread. We will take his bread and give him 2 of these. And give this other bread to the berserker. Then we need to go back to the shop and sell this fire axe, or burning axe. Alright, so Lord Relias is going to do some wandering around, I guess. We can send him up that way. Just to do some exploration while he's waiting around. Ariel is going to take on this cave bear. Well, first, I'll do it after the combat. I'll take on this cave bear. And we can pretty much just wait for the cave bear to get to us, though it would be a good idea to kind of form a wall here. So we will do that. And just start nuking the bear at distance. And he's close enough I can finish him off. Got a bear pelt out of it, so we will hit the shop here. We've got a silver broadsword. I don't really need the balanced short sword anymore, I don't think. Although the high initiative would be nice to give to a bard. Nah, let's just go ahead and sell it. We need the money more than anything else, I think. We will sell the bear pelt. And we have some armor to transfer to somebody and a bigger shield. Let's go ahead and clean out the bear den. And got monk's robes that add to dodge. What equipment are you currently wearing? You are wearing an Aegis robe, 6 defense and dodge. This one doesn't add defense, but it does add more dodge. Yeah, we'll just sell the monk's robes. Now, Yanisk, I can also do some shopping. He does have some plate and such. And he has some bear pelts to sell. And he's the one with the collar. This mage still has books I haven't used. This berserker has the burning axe, the hunter's axe, and the guillotine axe. The burning axe would be useful if I needed elemental. The hunter's axe is actually better than this against beast. Let's go to my mage here. Yeah, he has not used his books yet. Let's go ahead and use these books. So now he has actual apprentice instead of just the adept. So he has access to all 4 of the spells lines. He actually still does show the adepts down here, but the apprentice kind of overrides them because they give the exact same spells. So that does mean I kind of wasted some traits on him, but whoop-de-doo, I could get over it. The only thing he won't have is life, because I did not find a life book yet. Alright, now we're going to move toward Sierra's Pass, because Vitrar is still headed this way. We might need to hop in here to defend the place. We're going to have Mausolus. He has nothing to sell. He doesn't really have much in the way of healing, but so be it. We're going to actually have him move to Attica. Because he's just going to churn out, I'm already getting ready to churn out the units for him here. Alright, Sierra's Pass has completed its last guard. It's now working on a fort. Since Mausolus is pretty close, let's see, it would cost 600 Gildar to rush it. I can go ahead and wait on rushing it until it looks like he might get here in a turn. And we'll have Yanisk head into town. They won't all fit in the town. One unit won't be able to make it into the town. And it would probably be this extra Altarian guard. Let's just move the extra Altarian guard over here for now. And then have Yanisk enter into town. So now town is completely full. While we see what Vitrar is doing, we will move this Altarian guard to this outpost and just have him wait there. Haladime has completed its school. It is now working on an inn. And our non-aggression with Gildan has expired. We do need to renew that. Although Gildan is kind of annoying me by encroaching on my territory, it just annoys me that in most of these games, the AI will throw a tantrum if you build too close to their borders. And what does Gildan do? They put an outpost right here. Right here at the edge of my towns. And Gildan isn't really down here. Gildan is on the other side of me. So they hopscotched me to put up an outpost right next to my borders. That annoys me. Alright, Lord Relias is doing some scouting up this way. We're going to skirt up this way and clear out like these Ignis armies and stuff. We'll just follow the road. And we might be able to hop over here and clear out like these water shrills and some other camps. That might get Vitrar coming back over this direction. Iriel needs to backtrack to meet up with Tuatha to give him some items to transfer. Tuatha is headed down to meet Iriel. There's my caravan. Let's see, how much longer? 3 more trips and it will have the next road level. And of course this Altarian guard, it was just headed over there. Entertainment. Research in this area allows Kingdom players to construct theater improvement and Empire players to construct the arena improvement. In dark times such as these, all people yearn for entertainment to help them escape the hardships and horror of the day, even for the most fleeting of moments. With this research, we have unlocked deeper upgrade options in our cities with the town specialization. Now, the brewery is a 1 per faction, and the theater is a 1 per faction. All right, the theater does a bonus to growth when producing growth, a bonus to the overall food and Gildar. The brewery does food per grain for my faction as a whole. All right, so the next thing we want to do all right, all of these are about 13. Literacy will give us a bigger research upgrade and allow us to do technological treaties. Craftsmanship will give us more metal per season and more production per material. Economics will give us growth to an attached city. Those are for outposts. It will give us the world achievement, the treasury vault. That gives us more Gildar. Will give us a water mill, which is an upgrade from the harbor. Roads to our outposts. And an extra army slot. Or army size. So our units will become 5 units. Our armies will basically be 5 units instead of 4. Warfare, we have blacksmithing, which we still haven't researched. And under magic, we have Brion's letters to get the quest maps. And I think that's what we need to do, is go for Brion's letters. My Altarian Scout just came out in Altar, I believe it was. No, Ziggertok. This is the one that is going to be following Tuatha. We will choose Assassin again. And we'll go ahead and have him start trying to catch up with Tuatha. Lene completed a Sage. It's now working on a Study. And it can upgrade that to a Cloister now. There, now we can see Abiex from here. 280 epic. That also does remind me, though, I never did upgrade these guys. It would cost 50 Gildar a unit to upgrade them from a party to a group. We're going to have to do this kind of strategically with our money. Since Sarah's Pass is close to... we could also upgrade the spears for the sentinels. But since Sierra's Pass is close to this area, I think we are going to upgrade these units. And we will upgrade these Altarian Guard. And since this unit travels along with Lord Relias, I think we will upgrade him as well. But we're just going to park him in this outpost for now and put him on guard. Until, Yonisk, not Lord Relias, until Yonisk is ready to move out of here. Yonisk does have items to transfer, so actually what I should do, let's trade this to the Scout. The Scout does have the movement things. Yonisk needs to get that studded collar to someone else. He can actually equip the Spectral Chain shirt. That's 3 defense, 25 fire resist. This is 8 defense. So he can equip Chain. So we will go ahead and equip the Chain shirt on him. Sell this Cuirass. And we will take the Scout and have the scout run down to Tuatha and actually move this Altarian guard back in here. But yeah, the scout will run the items because he's fairly fast. He has a move of 4 when he's by himself. And since this scout is headed that way, I've just got to get over close to this scout. So next turn, I could have this scout move here, me move out behind him, and trade the item to him that way. Go away, I need to select something. Alright, so Lord Relias was scouting up this way. I think I'm actually going to pop in here and get this layer of the water shrills. We got an Iru Elixir. Removes heals 40 hit points and removes a random injury. Alright, so let's go to trade. I do have people with injuries. Actually, I'd have to look here to see the injuries. This scout has hallucinations, a missing finger, and a twisted ankle. He's got 3. So we will trade the Iru Elixir to the scout and have the scout use the Iru Elixir. It got rid of his hallucinations. So he still has the missing finger, 1 less accessory, and the twisted ankle. And now his accessories are showing up here, but they aren't things that he can remove, which is interesting. Are they actually affecting him? So the Belt of Speed says it's 1 initiative. Yeah. Okay, so they are getting the equipment. It's just equipment I can't remove from them. It becomes a part of them, which is interesting. I just noticed. And I wonder if that limits how many accessories they can have. So that means I can never unequip these items if I wanted something else. So he has been healed of hallucinations. So that's the way they handle it when you train henchmen with items, is those items become a part of them that can't be removed, apparently. And I'm not sure I like that. Sure, it's a way to get them with the items, but if you ever want to change out their items, you know, you apparently can't. Although if they don't count against their accessory limit, that might be a way to get extra bonus stats, basically. But I'm just not sure I like that. So Iriel will be headed back up to meet up with Tuatha over there. So we need to get to the other side of Kirsty. Or Kirsty. And Tuatha can keep headed this way. I'll have Tuatha deal with the air shrills along the way. Air shrills are fast. We need to get over there and start mauling them. Well, it's only going to take 1 hit to take them out. They're fairly weak. He can't quite make it there. And neither can the Myerscath. I might have to heal the Myerscath if he survives. I think I might be better off with Tuatha of throwing a heal. Oh, that was the spell I lost, was the ability to heal. The one that canceled when I ran out of mana. So we're just going to have to try and take these guys out before they get my Myerscath. I think I may be using some mana. Let's fireball this Myerscath, just in case. I mean the this air shrill, just in case. That gave our Myerscath a level. So yeah, I need to recast. Where is it? Blessing of Restoration on Tuatha, so that he can cast Heal. Looks like Vajrar wandered away. Non-aggression with Reslin has expired. We do need to renew that. Farcross has completed its storehouse. It's now working on a butcher. Not train, build. Alright, so this will do a bonus to growth when producing growth. I need to find a city that really needs the growth for the theater. Let's go through my towns real quick, because these are all towns. Avalon is doing pretty good. Alright, so the theater will add a bonus to growth. The brewery would add faction food per grain to all factions. So it's good to build in any town pretty much, because it's going to affect all the others. So we will add the brewery to Avalon. Now the theater will add a food bonus, a Gildar bonus, and a bonus when producing growth. Laren's Tree can't hit level 5. So Laren's Tree might be the one to build the theater at. It'll give it a food bonus. Oh, well, no, it won't change its food bonus. It'll give it a Gildar bonus and a bonus to producing growth. So when it actually can get to level 5, when I get enough food bonus from everything else, it will be able to get there. So yeah, we'll put the theater in Laren's Tree. And it is an upgrade of the festival. Now the other option would have been Halidime, but Halidime already can get to 825 food. Laren's Tree was the only one that could not get to level 5. Alright, so we will have Lord Relias take on this Garrote, or move toward it at least. Iriel is still headed back to the road here to meet up with Tuatha. Speaking of which, Tuatha needs to head toward him. My Altarian scout, I will move him there. Move this scout behind him and trade. We will give him the studded collar. And then start headed back to Yonisk. Oh, and Laren's Tree completed a tax office. I had forgotten about that pop-up. Now this scout will continue on toward Tuatha. Many hunters have come for me like deer hunting a wolf. Yeah, well, I'm not a deer, and you're not a wolf. Halidime completed its inn. It's working on a tax office. It can upgrade that inn to a festival. And that will give it a bonus to Gildar and all of that. And we'll actually go ahead and tell it to produce growth. I said tell it to produce growth. There we go. Tarth, city of Inadaz, was conquered by Ithril. Alright, we'll have Lord Relias take out the Garrote. Now let's see if I can remember if my unit has a bow this time. No, this bard does not have the bow. We'll move the King's Guard to the front. And the Berserker. Although the Berserker's kind of weak, he may get one-shotted. Yep, especially with the Maul ability. So the Berserker's down. I'll have Lord Relias move over here so more people can surround this guy. And I probably should have changed my weapon that was good against Twisted. That's something I should check before the next fight. What did I pick up with my Berserker? Gangrenous Hand. The Scout gained a level. I'm still curious if I can get ambushed twice, because it's showing up here. But I am still pushing to get Shadow Shift. The Bard is pushing for Affinity. Now let's check our equipment real quick. Do I have something that is good against Beast? Yeah, he had the Sinian Broadsword, which probably would have been better. No, this isn't the group that had something that had a bonus to Beast. That's Yonisk's group. Well, we'll go ahead and clear out its lair. And we found a Ring of Life, 2 hit points. It looks like the Berserker needs that. Since he seems to get knocked out every fight. Ariel. Still moving to get up there with Tuatha. We'll split the difference. And I will move here. So that he can just pop down here and trade with me. We'll bring the Silvered Broadsword and the armor. And the Shield of the Sentinel. Let's see, the Impenetrable Tower Shield is better, but I have other people who could use that. We'll take the Ring of Calling, that goes to a Bard. The Amulet of Warding. And we will now head up to see if we can't meet up with Yonisk and do some more trading. Speaking of which, I can move Yonisk out of the city now, I think. So let's select Yonisk, the Berserker, the Mage, the Bard, and this Altarian Guard. And we will start moving down this way again. Where did my, did I pass him? I passed the Scout. Let's get back with the Scout. Under the great thinking leadership of the forward-thinking Lord Relias, the Kingdom of Altar is now built Ariog's Tower. No other Ariog's Tower can be built in the world of Elemental. So now that we have Ariog's Tower, we actually need to have the Alchemy Lab next. And it would take almost 1,700 Gildar to rush it. But it's going to take about 6 years to get the Alchemy Lab out so that we can start buying Eru Elixirs. Athica completed its fort. It's now working on the units for Mausolus. And what is it doing when it is done? It's doing wealth. Let's actually change that to growth. Because the city can reach level 5 now. And as a matter of fact, this one we will also have it queued up to be growth at the end. Kieran's Hold. We will also switch over to growth. It's working on a storehouse now. Linnea's Study is completed. It is now working on a guardian statue. We can upgrade that study to a school. Now, it can't quite reach level 5 yet. However, as soon as the brewery is built, it should be able to reach level 5. Lord Relias will clear out this cave bear. Or these 3 cave bears. We have a decent supply of mana. Let's just hang back a little bit and make use of some of our spells. We need someone to be fast, and I think it's going to be the Berserker. He is down 9 hit points. That would be a bread. We'll go ahead and eat a bread with him. The Bard can also haste. We will haste the Mage and get to work on nuking some of these guys down. Alright, they could get to us in 1 round. We can't quite get to them. Let's back up 1 more rank and cast some more haste. We will cast haste on the King's Guard. Pull him back for another turn. Pull the Berserker back another turn. Have the Mage keep nuking. Move the Bard over here and have him cast haste 1 more time. On Lord Relias, who can now cast haste again on the Scout. Now, we built up a lot of stamina by hanging back like this. And now that we're all hasted, I can rush without too much problem. But I'm going to not rush. I'm just going to move up here and throw a knife at the wounded one. The King's Guard will rush. He's not as fast as Lord Relias. The Berserker will rush. And I'm going after one of the healthy ones with him. Actually, no. I'm going after more than one of them with Cleave. The Mage can do 7 to 16. He wouldn't be able to kill either of them, but he could finish off one, so we'll take care of this one. And have this Bard actually rush up to do some damage. And then Lord Relias move in to help finish this one off. Not quite. Now I can have the Scout rush up here. And impale them and hopefully kill one. Not quite. That one is going before anybody else does, so I need to finish him off. So that we only have one opponent to deal with. At least he went after a person who had a counterattack. Now that took a lot of mana for this fight. I mean, the haste was only like 4 to 7 points, but I did cast it about 5 times, so that was about 30 or so mana that I just spent on this fight. But I think it was worth it to keep anybody from dying. We did end up with some... the Berserker finally gets to gain a level. Now, while I would like to go down to where he gets the sweep, I think we do have some chainmail and eventually plate. So I do think I need to pick up chainmail proficiency now. And let's do some trading. It is Iriel who had the chain and plate, and Yonisk. But let's go ahead and clear out this. We got some rusty boots. I don't have anybody that can wear that just yet. Well, maybe the Kingsguard can. Yes, the Kingsguard could equip this. He's got leather boots. So yeah, my Kingsguard does have plate boots, chain helm, and a plate cuirass. Yeah, he has a good selection of plate mail. And we can push on over here to clear out that ice elemental sanctum. And just try and, since Vitrar was roaming over this way, we can try and get the layers that were up here. That'll just leave that one Garrote layer that we haven't gotten to. That'll stop mobs spawning pretty much in the wildlands here. Alright, Iriel. Yeah, he just traded away all of that plate mail. Iriel's going to go back to doing some exploration down this way. While Tuatha joins up with his scout. Let's give this scout the plate mail and chain shirt. And that spare shield. The amulet of warding. And the ring of calling. And we are going to have this scout kind of run this stuff around. We'll go with Lord Relias's army first if we can reach it. And we will give that to Tuatha. Tuatha can go looking for another beast. So we will take our scout and run him on ahead. Oh, apparently they both ended up at the same place anyway. Alright, Yonisk was headed down this way. He might actually just be able to make it to him where they don't need the scout to run the stuff. Yeah, he's going to make it there, so I can go back to this group, go to army, and just recombine them and just have them trade over when they get closer together. I was kind of thinking since the scout was already further along, he would have been able to book a little bit further down the road, but I was mistaken apparently. Noble Lord Relias, sovereign of the great kingdom of Altar, hail and well met from the peoples of Capitar and our great trading houses. It is my hope our countries will enjoy a long, mutually profitable relationship. So we finally met Capitar. Haladime has finally hit level 4. Governor's Office boosts material. Almshouse would give fame per season. I still think, because I will have access to being able to spawn quests, the Governor's Office is the better choice, because that production per material will help my cities get built up faster. And if my cities are producing growth, it means they have more production to shift into Gildar. Are producing wealth. So we're going to go with the Governor's Office. Lord Relias is under attack by ice elementals. I'm fine with this. So we have a wolf and ice elementals. I'm just going to charge in here rather than hanging back, because I don't consider these things as big a threat as the bears were. Our scout's got pretty good dodge as well, but I don't want him to get completely surrounded, so I'll pull him over to this side. The bard is a little weak, and he is wounded. I think I will move him over here. And he's got a couple of bread. Aid requires stamina. I think I will go ahead and use a bread just to top him off a little. And I'll put the Berserker right here and pass, while the Mage will start nuking some of these ice wargs. We'll start with this one. And this Kingsguard will move up over here to kind of intercept. I like his 2 counterattacks. That is nice. Alright, Lord Relias needs to move up here and start working on these guys. I'll move the Bard around to this side, and he will do first aid on him. The Scout is going to move right here and impale to try and catch that wolf. Didn't quite do enough to the wolf. And the Berserker is going to move. Oh, he's going to have to rush to do this. I'm going to move over here and then rush. Because I want to be there so that I can cleave all 3 of these. That should take out 2 of them. And we're down to 1. And overall, we didn't use any mana in that fight. We did use 1 resource to heal up the Bard a little bit. He used one of his bread. So that was effectively Gildar. Alright, so this Mage... I think for the other Mage, I was going down Geomancy to Abjuration. I may do the same one here, just to get more access to spells. See, this gives a strategic spell. All of those were tactical. All of that is tactical. All of these are summons. He doesn't have access to healing spells. Yeah, I think I will be going the Geomancy. I do like the idea of both the Pull of the Earth and getting to the Abjuration where I can protect from cold and fire. The Berserker gained a level. We had just given him Chainmail proficiency, so now we can go back to working on lethal. Alright, so Lord Relias got attacked by the Ice Elementals. Let's get over there and get their Sanctum. A stand of giant stalagmites arranged in a circle. Mark this as the home of an Ice Elemental. We want to clear that out so they'll quit spawning. We can also try and get to this Garrote. Alright, we'll have Iriel just keep exploring the wilderness. Another cave bear. You know, maybe I want a second cave bear. No, I know what I want with Tuatha. So Tuatha is going to continue on up this way, so we can trade some items over to Yonisk so he can get them up to Lord Relias. So we're going to trade that silver broadsword. And we also had some items on one of our other characters, the Scout. We'll trade the chain shirts and that shield, the Ring of Calling, and the Amulet of Warding. Actually, wait, change of plans. Tuatha has an Amulet of Life. That's just 5 hit points. Let's trade that one away and have him use the Amulet of Warding for the spell resist. He's got a lot of hit points now. I would rather him not get hit with things like fire spells and stuff like that. Alright, now, who wants what? We could give the mage the Amulet of Life. No, actually, the Berserker needs the Amulet of Life. This bard is a caster. He needs the Ring of Calling, because he will eventually be a summoner. No, this bard is a commander. Never mind. Trade that back. I guess eventually this mage will have summons, so we can go ahead and give him the Ring of Calling. Or we can give it to that new mage we're going to be sending with Tuatha. Yeah, let's actually give that back to Tuatha, come to think of it. Trade that Ring of Calling to Tuatha. Now the Berserker, we will give the Amulet of Life. I could have sworn I had just given the Berserker chain proficiency. Oh, it was the other Berserker. Alright, so we have a reinforced chain shirt. It'll drop my initiative, but it has better defense than the spectral one. So Giannis will equip that. And it looks like Giannis is going to be carrying this other stuff to give to someone else. Giannis has a Shield of the Sentinel. We're going to be giving that, I think, to like a King's Guard. Or we could give that to Mausolus. Because currently Mausolus only has a wooden shield. Yeah, let's... Mausolus is waiting for other units. Let's have Mausolus rush out here. He has a stone mace that's 11 attack. This ice mace or this banishing warhammer would be better. Because that's 11 attack minus 4 initiative. That is 20 attack minus 4 initiative. Yeah, let's give him the ice mace. Mausolus can't wear armor, but he could take the Shield of the Sentinel. Now this sharp broadsword has a higher crit chance, but the silver broadsword is around overall better. Plus it does bonus versus twisted and elementals. So he doesn't really need the Guardian Blade or the Sharp Broadsword anymore. And nor does he need the Banishing Warhammer. Let's see, that is 20 attack. This would be 24 versus elementals. And we can actually take this chain and plate up to Lord Relias to see who might need it. And yeah, we'll just have Mausolus head up that way. So I might actually cancel building his, training his scout and bard here and put them up at the city that'll give them better bonuses. Even though I have wasted some seasons working on this scout right now. We'll just go ahead and have them produce here. Now Giannis and his team will head back up where they were. Tuatha is going to head up this way. And actually I may give this scout to Tuatha and this bard. Why am I building 2 bards? I've got 2 Altarian bards under construction here. One of them was supposed to have been a mage. But yeah, we'll just give him the scout and the bard there. And over here, we'll take that scout that he had built here. The Altarian Bard wasn't moved to the forefront yet, but we'll have the Bard and the Mage here. We want to train a Mage here, because the other one was supposed to be an Altarian Mage, and apparently I was training two Bards instead. But yeah, we'll get the Bard and the Mage here for Mausolus. Since Mausolus is headed up that way and Tuatha's over here. And we will separate out that scout because he's going to go catch up with Mausolus. I believe Mausolus had some things to sell. I could probably sell that stone mace. I mean, it's a little better than the Warhammer, I think. No, it's a little better than the Warhammer, but not as good as the Lightning Hammer. So yeah, that stone mace, we'll go ahead and get rid of it. And the wooden shield. And that should be everybody. Sierra's Pass has completed its fort. It is now working on the town watch and the sentinels for Farcross. And after it's done with all of those, it has nothing queued up continuously, so we'll go to growth for now. Lord Relias is going to clear out this ice elemental and its lair. Yeah, we'll just have everybody kind of rush up and see if we can deal with this guy fairly quickly. That hot Altarian blood giving us the rush ability is awesome. Able to end combats pretty quickly. Iriola is doing some exploring. We'll go ahead and take out this cave bear pretty quickly, hopefully. Oh, the fire elemental gets to go. And clear out its lair. Nausea Skin Gauntlets. We've got a pair of those with Yonisk, I believe. See, they provide defense and accuracy. If we go to the Equip tab, he didn't have gloves, so now he has some that gives him a little bit more accuracy and a little more defense. Alright, Tuatha is headed up this way. Yonisk is headed up this way. Let's pop out on the other side of town, and I do want to know where Vitrar is. And Mausolus is headed up to meet up with Lord Relias and do some transfers. My Altarian Scout was built in Athica. This is the one that is going to follow Tuatha. So we will go ahead and have him try and catch up with Tuatha. Oh, I forgot to separate out the other Altarian Scout that is supposed to be going with Mausolus. Yeah, both of these Altarian scouts are kind of identical, but you notice one of them has slightly more attack because the other place had more the other place where he was built had more essence, so it did extra attack. So yeah, this Altarian scout needs to divert over this way to catch up with Mausolus. And Tuatha's group needs to head up this way, further up the road. Actually, we can cut cross-country right about here, because I want to go over to this place and see if I can't get one of those drakes or slags or whatever they are. Ziggertok completed its fort. It's now working on the bard. Linné completed its guardian statue. It's now working on the granary. Let's actually go back to Ziggertok. I just realized something. It's not producing growth at the end of its cycle. Alright, Lord Relias will clear out this Ice Elemental Sanctum. As the magic dissipates, the ice begins to melt, revealing an item. A vial of poison. Melee attacks also do 3 poison damage per round to the victim. With this, the unit can apply poison to his weapons, making even the most glancing blows lethal. Is that an accessory? It is. You know, I really don't want to use poison much. It just doesn't seem to make too much sense to me for altar. But they keep giving me good poison items. So let's equip that. Now he has both a venom sac and a vial of poison. And we'll start making our way to this Garrote. Oh, there's Vitrar. Well, if he's over that way, Giannis should be able to push in here and finally get this layer cleaned out. You know, we'll just kind of keep pinging him until we can get everything cleaned out. Iriel will take care of this cursed land. If I get to it before they do. And then there's a death demon. He's got 2 assassin demons with him. Vulnerable to lightning. Oh, you are in so much trouble. Immune to counterattacks, has magic spell resistance and splash damage, and is immune to poison. The assassin demons are also vulnerable to lightning. They gain health when they kill something, and they have counterattacks. And they have an assassin strike. Oh, I should have diverted from the road earlier, but oh well. Mausolus is going to track down Lord Relias. He's got some items to give you. Sierra's Pass completed its first town watch. When I complete the second one, I can move the town watch and sentinels on to Farcross, and then these 2 sentinels will be our own reinforcements. Alright, Vertrar moved up. I don't want to move up to the Garrote while he is there, because, well, no, my turn will end right here when I go to attack it, so let's go ahead and clear it out. And again, I think we can just rush and dish out some heavy damage fast. I'm going to have the Bard hang back. I will use some mana to do Hope. It gives us all some stamina so we can do some of our good power attacks if we need to. Though it looks like I may have wasted 17 mana there. Because I doubt, apart from the King... No, the King's Guard. Yeah, he doesn't have enough stamina to do that one. Oh, he does now. But I think I'm going to have the King's Guard just bash this guy. Let's see, the bash does 19 attack. Yeah, that might be it. If we could do 2 and left click. That was the one to go after. He had the best dodge. Alright, we can move up, rush, move up here, and use our stamina to first aid him. Let's see, I am actually going to use my command ability. Because the mage goes next. No, I don't need to waste my my command ability. I can just do a regular swing. And kill it, just about. Because now with the mage should finish it off. So yeah, I did waste the mana a little bit on that endurance. I probably would have had the endurance to do the things I did already. Alright, so he already has plate mail proficiency, and we are going down this way to get more dodge for the army as a whole, and then get where we start defending. After that, yeah, we'll have shield wall, which I think we already have, actually. So will it stack? Because if I look at the King's Guard, they start with shield wall. Yithril has conquered the Tar City of Ufrin. Alright, so that's all of his move. Now Vitrar is going to move, so I'm going to have to pull back. But while he's doing that, Giannis will be creeping up to get to that lair. And this scout is moving over to get to Mausolus. I'll actually go up this way. Because I'll end up meeting Mausolus above this area, most likely. Ah, you didn't clear out the Cursed Land? I will. That's fame for me. Leather greaves provide some protection while still remaining supple enough to keep from impairing movement. He actually didn't have any greaves, so now he does. And we'll go after this ravenous harridan. The Altarian Bard. I'm going to have a mage traveling with him, so I'm going to make this one a commander as well. Kieran's Hold completed its storehouse. It is now producing growth. It has a total of +2 growth. So it's going to take it a while to get up to level 5, but it's pretty much done with everything else, unless I want to start building more settlers. But I am being encroached in upon in every direction. About the only place I could throw down a settlement would be if I did Birth of Summer here to see if it created a place I could settle right there. Haladime completed its tax office. It's working on a festival. And that Altarian Bard that is going to be catching up with Mausolus has come out. Alright, Lord Relias needs to pull back. We'll actually pull back toward Mausolus. He's still going to move that way, I think. We'll go ahead and have Giannis try and creep past. Iriel will take on these Harridans. Black Widows, Corpse Spiders. Okay, nothing I don't have anybody but Iriel in this group, so no weapons to change out. We're going to see if we can thin out some of these Black Widows pretty quickly. Less things swinging at us, the better. And Elementals are a good group to send after spiders because they're immune to poison for the most part. I might be able to kill this Widow. Nope. So since that Widow will probably end up dying from like a counterattack, let's start working on the Corpse Spider. And I will start working on the Ravenous Harridan. Earth Elementals are so damn slow, but they are tough. I'll just pass with him. I could have Iriel take that one out, but yeah, I want to start working on the Ravenous Harridan. A counterattack's going to get him. Or an Impale, because I can't get past him. So we will Impale through him. You know, I have neglected to upgrade my Battle Mage and my units for Yonisk. Alright, so Iriel has gained another level. We need level 15 to be able to get the Summon Mastery. We could get the Grave Elemental. But I think I want to start working on another area. Like maybe make it to where his tactical spells cost less for when he casts Heal. Or we'll start out with Hope. That gives him a bonus when casting Heal. So his heals are more effective now. And we'll clear out this layer. And we now have a token to summon a Sand Golem. When we get another inventory slot, we could use, another army slot, we could use that. Of course, we also still have plenty of summons we can use. Can I upgrade you here? No, I have to be inside my area. Now, there was more enemies over that way we will go check out in a sec. Let's see, Tuatha is still heading across here. And Mausolus is moving to try and get closer to Lord Relias to do some trades. This Altarian Scout is trying to catch up. Now, the good thing about sending the Altarian Scout this way, if this guy starts chasing after Lord Relias, he can sneak around here to clear out the lair, because he does still count as a champion. Alright, the Altarian Bard is now out in Athica. And this one is the one going with Tuatha. Tuatha is not getting a mage, I don't think. I think he's just getting the Bard and stuff, so I think I will make his Bard a mage. He's not too far behind him. He does have the Ring of Calling. Good. So I will give it to him when he catches up. Now let me look at this item and see what it says. Where's the collar? Take control of target beast unless it resists. These drakes are race dragon, so I don't think I can use them on it. It is going to have to be a beast. So we are going to have to go looking for a bear, and I don't think we can use the drakes. What do we have up here? Rock spiders. Spiders are beasts. So we could move up this way and see if we could get our hands on a spider. So yeah, I don't think we'll be taking on these deadly drakes with Tuatha. Yeah, he's still following me, so we'll push over this way. Mausolus will come up and go ahead and trade. Let's see, Lord Relias can wear... why does... Lord Relias can't wear chain or plate yet, but he does have a member of his party that can. Now we'll trade all of these pelts to Mausolus. Weapon-wise, Lord Relias is using the legendary broadsword. He does also have the shadowed broadsword for ignoring defense, and the Sinian broadsword. We will take the shadowed broadsword. We might give that to our bard. We'll take those leather boots that need to be sold. Now this Kingsguard, he currently has a guardian blade. The sharp broadsword will greatly increase his damage, as would the shadow broadsword, because he'll ignore defense. Okay, armor-wise, the chain shirt is not as good as the rusty cuirass he has. These rusty boots he already has. The ivory helm, that has 3 defense and 6 spell resist. This has 6 defense, makes him immune to crits. Now he's eventually going to become immune to crits through a trait, but I could avoid that if I give him the helm for now. So we'll give him that helm. Well, then we do have this warding plate helm that gives him spell resist. Yeah, let's give him the warding plate helm instead. We'll give this to somebody else. So he's pretty much in plate mail entirely, except for his greaves. Now this Berserker can wear chain now. So we can give him the Spectral chain shirt. And the Glyph chain coif. Get their Berserker a little tougher. And now we have some leather armor to go sell. We do still have some plate boots and a plate helm. The Berserker is the one to give that to. Yeah, we will give this Berserker. He's eventually going to get plate. We will have him carry around the rusty boots and the ivory helm, because he's going to switch to those when he gets up high enough level to equip them. And he will not have access to the immune to critical hits ability. That's a guardian ability, not a warrior ability. So that would make him immune to crits as well, which would be awesome considering how low his health has been lately. Alright, so Mausolus is going to head up here. He does have a couple of units trying to come up and meet up with him. While Yanisk is trying to sneak down here and clear out this layer. Alright, so Tuatha is going to backtrack. He's going to head up this way. He'll end up meeting up with his Bard. Ariel will pop down here to take on this Death Demon. I think he can handle it. They've already got Warg Riders. Town Watch was completed in Sierra's Pass. So now these two Town Watch and these two Sentinels can move on to Farcross. Now I could spend some money upgrading these units. It ended up being like 200 gold per city to upgrade them all to 4-unit things. I think I will. Just to upgrade their unit count. I mean, another alternative is just to wait until they need to be replaced when I get better upgrades. But I can spend a little bit of money doing this on some of the important cities, I think. And this is the ones that are kind of close to Vitrar need to be up to date, I think. I could spare 200 for there. Most of the others can hold off on. I feed on death and thrive on sorrow. Altarian Mage is completed in Ziggertalk. This one will be, of course, a mage. And that one is going to be headed after Mausolus. We'll actually send him by himself up this way, just to follow the road a little bit and see what's over here. Well, he ended up parking next to some Ignis. That may not be good. Let's actually move the Bard over with him and have these two follow as a group, so they're a little bit better equipped. Mausolus is headed back this way. Alright, Vitrar hasn't quite followed me. I'm not going to move really fast. I want him to still be kind of tracking me, so I'm just going to move one and pass with him. Alright, we're going to clear out this layer. And you got a legendary broadsword. He is currently using the silver broadsword. 5 less attack, but a bonus versus Twisted and Elementals. We will switch to the legendary. If we're going against Twisted and Elementals and I can remember it, we will switch to that. Speaking of which, these guys are twisted. So we'll go ahead and have that equipped just in case we get attacked. But we're going to use that against the Garrot. Or Garrote. Now this scout is trying to get over to Mausolus. But we'll see which direction Vitrar goes. Tuatha will keep moving up this way. And we'll have his Bard meet up with him. Farcross completed its butcher. It's working on a foundry. And we'll actually have it produce growth when it is done with the foundry and the tax office. That, I think, just pretty much leaves Ariel. So we will take on these death demons. Fear. Everybody is afraid. That's not good. So the fire elemental, the lightbringer, and the air elemental were still listed as afraid. We are a range attacker, so let's maneuver back. And I think we need to deal with the assassin demons first. They're probably going to dish out some heavy damage. He's going to keep summoning more. He did fear again. All 4 of them are still afraid. Alright, now he's no longer afraid, at least. Alright, one assassin demon taken care of. Let's get the fire elemental over here. If we can take out this one, then we don't have to worry about that guy. So that's who I want to try and focus on. So let's move Ariel over here and nuke him. The mages have been afraid the entire fight. This guy does lightning, I believe. Yes. And that should kill him. Because he is the one who summoned him. So yeah, that worked out. The fight was a little cumbersome because our people were afraid. The stench of sorcery wafts from the cave nearby. A guttural noise that will echo in your nightmares comes out of it. A dark chest, nearly the size of a coffin, lies in the center of the clearing. Inside you find the remains of the last victim of the death demon, and an item. A cloak of shadows adds 10 to dodge. The wearer's body seems to disappear into this midnight black cloak. That is awesome. My current cloak is 2 defense and 50 fire resist. I think I would actually prefer this cloak on like one of the hunters, just for the bonus dodge, or maybe a bard. Oh, and we can shop here to offload some spider venom sacks. And some of the things we found. The bear pelt. We've got some demon horns. These horns are valued by alchemists, ritualists, and kabbalists. They are said to be worth more in Reslan and Umber than in other countries, but the truth is there are places to sell them even in idyllic New Paradin for those that look hard enough. That gave us a chunk of cash. Oh, they have crossbows. See, the short bow was 7 and -8 with a -15 accuracy. This is 8 and -8, but has power shot. It can strike through 3 units in a line. And the longbow is 9 and -15, 6 initiative. So it's a little bit faster and a little bit stronger. They also have the winged spear, 11 attack, whereas the ice spear was 7. Or that's a short ice spear. Wait a minute. Are these... Am I able to use one-handed spears if I buy them from here? Or are they still two-handed? I can't see. I know they have one-handed spears as their ability. Let me go to one of my characters that has a spear. It does say two-handed. If we go back to Ariel and shop, that does not say two-handed. So I could get me some one-handed spears so that my scouts could use shields. Speaking of shields, they have a bronze shield. It's better defense and dodge than the wooden shields. Yeah, let's buy a couple of bronze shields. And a couple of winged spears. And we will take these back to our scouts. That way they could equip the bronze shields. They could also carry a sword like the sword of the Shadow Blade or something, that they might need instead of a spear if they're up against when they want better attack and don't need to ignore defense. Wargs are 150. They gain a bonus to initiative. I could get a couple of wargs for some of my characters over there. Let's hold off. We're going to need a lot of cash for healing materials when we get that ability done. We're going to start heading back with Iriel because we've got more items to trade again. Sigurtok completed its iron mine. It's now working on the Sentinels and Town Watch for Haladime. Haladime completed its festival. It's now working on a granary. Actually, let's do the docks before we do the granary because the docks are faster. Linnae completed its granary. It's working on an apothecary that adds the growth potions here. And it can upgrade that granary to a storehouse after it is done with the other construction that is already queued up. Sierra's Pass completed a sentinel. One more and it will have its defenses back. And then it has a school. And it will pretty much be working on growth unless I decide to start churning out more units here. Alright, he is coming after Lord Relias right now, so we want to kind of keep his attention. We'll pop down here and have him keep coming after us. Alright, so he is 2 away from Lord Relias. He'd be more than 2 away from this guy. And this guy does not suffer movement penalty when moving through terrain. Right, he is going to keep moving up to meet up with his other units. They can almost make it to him. That was kind of dangerous walking through the shadows. Alright, so we've got a lot of wargs around here to clean up. Mausolus can handle that for the most part. Let's have the Bard meet up with Tuatha before Tuatha starts moving. That ended all of his movement. Yonisk will take out this Garrote. And once again, we're going to try and rush to get things done. Get our Berserker up here. Kind of want the Berserker. He can't quite get where nobody else will be caught in the sweep, I don't think. I'm the archer. Why do I keep moving up? Well, these guards can move up to intercept. Just to keep him from being able to get to my archer. But now that there are 4 units in that, they can dish out a lot of damage. Alright, Yonisk can get plate mail proficiency now. Immune to swarm, immune to criticals, +3 to the army's overall defense. I think I want to give him shield wall before I get the plate mail, I think. Because he is pretty tough anyway without plate mail. This Bard, I'm still going down the accuracy route so I can get to where we have more initiative. Yeah, Yonisk does have some chain. But yeah, once I get up to where he can wear plate mail, I could get some of that plate mail eventually. But like I said, no rush. Most of the plate mail's waiting over on the Berserker anyway. And we'll just move him up here, because if this guy starts chasing after our scout, we might have Giannis come up to clean that one out. Alright, this area had water power. That area was earth power, I think. The area with him. Yeah, that's earth power. So there's bound to be one for air and fire. And possibly either death or life. Here come all my caravans. Oh, and I forgot, I had met Capitar. We can do a non-aggression pact. And we can do an economic treaty. I will need to give him a little bit of Gildar, but I'm fine with that. And we didn't bother to go to check out the description of Capitar on the on the foreign relations. The people of Capitar are the descendants of the great trading houses of old, the Lamord, the Serrano, the Ruveness. The merchants and traders of the old kingdoms, they have a strong distaste for empires and kings who rule by fiat, for in the time that was, the time before the cataclysm, they made their own wealth and created great prosperity for those who were loyal to them. Now he is greedy, so he constructs wealth-based improvements, and a manipulator, more likely to pay others to go to war. Alright, he is impressed by you, his military is weak, and we have the same allegiance. But he wants what I have. Let's go back and look at Ithril and see what the things are. You're too far away to worry about. You're outside. We're not competing for the same resources. He does want a non-aggression pact again. Let's just go through them all and see if there's any that I do not have a non-aggression pact with. Magnar, we can get a non-aggression pact back with them. We're getting better with we have warm relations with most of the kingdoms that we have met, but we are getting really close with Gildan. Alright, Laren's Tree completed its theater. It still cannot quite get to level 5 yet. But that will eventually happen as I get more food bonus, because it only needs like 178 more food. And if we look at its food, 40 more per grain would only give it another 40. Yeah, only having one grain here is going to be a problem for a while, impacting the growth of this place. We do need something to give it a bonus to its grain amount. Because the point where you can get a 1 grain town to level 5 is amazing. It takes a while though. Yeah, if we look at our level 5 town over here, 500 is all you need to reach level 5, which is the cap for the most part. We have an Altarian guard in Athica. As soon okay, we'll go ahead and take we'll go ahead and upgrade the other units here in this town. Let's make sure this Sentinel has upgraded its weapon. There we go. And we'll go ahead and send both of these Altarian guards These are supposed to end up with Mausolus. We will send them over along this way to try and catch up with Mausolus. Yes, Vertrar is following Lord Relias. We're going to keep luring him over this way. If we can get him to follow us, we might pawn him off on another town. Might be kind of wrong, but you know. Alright, so since he moved away, we can have this scout clear out this lair. And we got some rusty vambraces, which are plate arm guards. Let's go back to Lord Relias. He actually has plate vambraces on. The Berserker could use some, though. And then the Berserker would have plate or chain in just about every location except for Greaves again. Alright, so now that that area is pretty much cleared out, we can pull Giannis out of here. And have him head back to do exploring some other direction. We'll see if we can get this guy caught up with Mausolus. See if we can get Mausolus caught up with his army. And I think we should be able to take this Great Wolf's army. I mean, right now the Bard and the Mage are kind of weak, so they could easily get overwhelmed, but we can have them hang back. Let's do some trading here. Actually, let's go to the shop. Let's offload this leather. And these pelts. And we will take on this Great Wolf's army. That mace looks so tiny in his hands. Alright, so I'm going to move the mage right up here and cast Burning Hands. Mausolus can pretty much... Well, he can definitely kill him, but he can't quite take out the Great Wolf. He could one-shot him. But I think I want to step over here and get this Ebon Wolf instead. Now he's going to pull back. He's an archer. And start thinning off these guys without being counterattacked. Oh, you made a mistake. Oh, there goes the Bard. We're going to step down here and Burning Hands this way to catch both of them. Move up here. And we need to take out the Ebon Wolf, I think. No, we need to get started on the Great Wolf. Yeah, I knew the Ebon Wolf was going to do that. So yeah, I knew Mausolus could handle them. I just was afraid that the henchmen would drop, but then that just means that they end up with injuries. So we have... Tis but a scratch. Has no effect. He got lucky and got the injury that did nothing. And he has a missing ear, so minus 10% dodge. Mage really wasn't equipped to dodge anyway. Alright, so Tuatha is now finally met up with his Bard, I believe. So let's go to trade. And we will trade and equip that to the Bard. Actually, I don't know. Let's see. Take control of target beast unless it resists. I'm not sure if this uses your spell mastery to try and affect it. But the Bard might be a better one to me, for me to, or the Scout might be a better one for me to give it to. Let's actually give it to like the Scout because they are faster. They can get up there, and Tuatha does so much more damage. Wasting his attack on that is not necessarily as important. But if we did look at our spell mastery, he's a 76. The Scout is a 72 and the Bard is a 72, so they're not that far behind him actually. So even if it did use spell mastery, it's not that big of a deal. And we need to push up this way. What? I can't get around that corner? Okay, yeah, that's right. They blocked it off by building there. We need to go around because we're actually headed up this way. To head up through here and see if we can't get another animal. Now, if we look at the giant rock spider, yes, they are beast. So something like that is what we want with our collar. Ariel is moving up to bring some more items up this way. It's a shame that Ring of Blink doesn't allow me to like blink on this screen up here and be able to teleport distances. Now, I have built up quite a bit of mana. I think after one of these cities gets to level 5, I may see about expanding out to here again. Sierra's Pass has built its final sentinel. It is now working on the school. And Ziggertok has built a first sentinel for Haladime. We'll go ahead and send it up there. And we are now losing money because our net income is actually getting a little low. That's fine. That just means we won't be doing upgrades. Now, it's a shame you can't get something back for defunding, disbanding units so you could just replace them rather than spend the money trying to upgrade them. All right, it is doubled back, but this Scout should be able to get the hell out of here because he doesn't suffer terrain penalties. And we can get the hell out of here and meet up with Mausolus to do a little bit more trading when this Scout brings the item over. Mausolus is going to clear out the Great Wolf Den. And we have a silver flute. All enemies lose their next turn unless they resist. Let us trade that to the Bard. And let's go ahead and sell these pelts we got. We're going to need to fund ourselves somehow since we are now churning out so many units. We are losing income. And we'll push over here just to get met up with our Scout faster. Alright, Tuatha is just going to push up this way. Yeah, we'll be going through Sierra's Pass. That's right. So we've popped up over here, and we've got a short distance to go up that way. Yanosk is now epic. I would like to get a few more levels before I go trying to take on Guardians like this. Because if we look at Vitrar, his accuracy is 96. That's massive. But his attack is 117. And it's a cold attack. So he is going to do a massive amount of damage to a single unit. He's going to one-shot just about anything. Not to mention he should have overpower. So yeah, that 117, even if he's attacking a unit with 4 members in it, like my Altarian Guard, he's going to be doing 4 times the damage. So his shot could take out this entire unit with 1 hit anyway, but he's going to be doing about 400 to them. Unless they get their defense up to about 117, that would make a difference. Yeah, the highest defense I have right now is him, which is 39. So yes, we need to do some more questing and the like. Sire, a village elder wishes to speak with you. Should we allow him to approach? By all means, show him in. A village elder approaches you. My lord, you seem to be succeeding where we have failed, the village elder says. We have tried to form a village near here to provide care, safety, and meal for the few that follow me. But we are little more than fatted calves for the darklings who come out at night to slaughter us. They consume more of our wheat than we do and eat more of our lambs. I have failed. We look for a leader who can bring civilization back to our world. We would join you if you would have us. Of course, we are glad to have you. The elder smiles. We are grateful for your wisdom. We will serve you until destiny takes us. Quest complete, clearing the countryside. When did I do a quest? We got Wilbur's archers and Wilbur. I don't recall doing a quest. I must have cleared out something. It might have been those. I didn't clear out any darklings. I don't get it. Was it a fame milestone or something? I just got somebody else's quest, basically. So we have Wilbur and Wilbur's archers. Let's just combine them into a group. Wilbur is a level 3. He doesn't have much in the way. Don't we have some things we could trade to him? Let's look at his traits. He is a defender. He hasn't really picked anything yet. Which, being level 3, is a bit troublesome. That means he's going to be down 1 trait, most likely. Or does he have all of these already? I don't know. No, those are just the ones that he's eligible to get. So yeah, he's level 3 with no additional trait. And normally at level 2 you choose your thing, and at level 3 you get your first trait, I thought it was. But yeah, we will move him down. And apparently he took off without his archers. Him and his archers down. To start protecting another town and pick up their own army. Lord Relias is still popping up this way. We will go ahead and merge these groups. And then Mausolus will head over here to trade some items to Lord Relias. Uriel should be able to make it up to the road. He tried routing through the capital and just kind of rubbed up against it. Tuatha is making it up this way. And Yonisk is getting the hell out of Vitrar's lands. Our income is now positive again. Haladime completed its docks. Can upgrade that to a harbor. Now that harbor will add more food per grain and more Gildar. We'll actually do that before we get to the granary. Just for the more Gildar. Our non-aggression pact with Kraxus has expired. Didn't I just create it not too long ago? No. Alright, so let's renew our non-aggression pact with Kraxus. Athka completed an Altarian Guard, so it now has its reinforcements back. Ziggertok has its Sentinel for Haladyme. And Ithril has conquered the Tarth city of Lynn. Tarth may get conquered without me ever meeting them. Alright, so first thing I want to do is move Mausolus back this way. Move his Altarian guard up to try and meet him. And we will move Lord Relias along this way so he can get his... Actually, I'll have Lord Relias get these timber works on the way, as a matter of fact. Wargs are kind of fast. I think I'm just going to pass rather than waste my rush. I'm just going to have my Bard pass. Oh yes, my Berserker can get through. Oh, 1 hit point? Seriously? Well, this one's poisoned. I'll have the mage finish this one off. And I guess the King's Guard will get to this one. We got a few levels out of that. The Scout now has... Now has Shadow Shift. He can trade places with an enemy unit and then take another action. +2 attack and +2 move on the first turn. That would be nice. Let's take Shadow Shift, though. My Bard is working towards Affinity. Yeah, we'll have Wilbur parked down in Ziggertok for now. He's got some archers. Yeah, he could probably use a Bard just for the XP bonus, but I think I may... I want to save up a little bit more fame right now. I think I may just fill him out with actual units just to get more units on the field. See, I don't have the option with Wilbur's Archer of upgrading their size. Sears Pass completed its school. Sears Pass is actually not building anything right now. We'll take Wilbur and his archers and move them to Sears Pass instead. Giannis is going to explore up this way. I've got to go around this way to get there. Alright, so Mausolus has gotten his army up in size. Let's clear out this warg lair. Timber wargs don't stay in one place for long. There's little evidence that one has made it its home, except the suspicious lack of rabbits or other game. Several Gildar are scattered amongst the bones of the Timber Wargs past victims. And then we'll pop over here so we can do some trading. It was Mausolus's scout that had the items. There it is. And he wanted to give it to my Berserker. Other than that, I don't think we had anything really to trade. Linnae completed an apothecary. It's now working on a cloister. It can upgrade the apothecary to the alchemist. The apothecary is just so damn expensive. The alchemist and the follow-up one are just so damn expensive. The alchemy lab, adding the Iru elixir, growth, and healing potions, those are just so damn expensive. Alright, Tuatha has some cave bears here. I could pick up another cave bear. See, that group only has one. We'll go for it first. Now, I think I actually want a spider. I want a big, nasty spider. Naja are beast. I think Plague Stalkers are also beast. Plague Stalker could be nasty. No, I think I want a big spider. I think I do. That Drake just fell over dead. That was interesting. What killed the Drake? Did they have units in this town that surged out? Looks like they took some damage with their dead eyes and stuff. They probably just attacked them from the town and killed the Drake. That was interesting. Halidime completed its harbor. It's now working on a granary. That should help my income even further. Ziggertalk built a town watch. That drained the income increase I got a little bit, getting more units. Alright, now that Lord Relias has gotten the items from him, I'm going to start headed back because I believe... Yeah, Thailand's only got about 2 years, 8 seasons before the potions are complete. So we're going to start headed back that way, clearing out some things along the way. Let's head over here and take on this Ice Elementals army. Before I do that, didn't I have somebody who had something that was frost-based equipped? No. Okay. We are going to take on the Ice Elemental. Oh, we're out of movement. I think I will also have Mausolus come back because his 2 units got wounded as well. Ariel is also on his way back, but he doesn't need the healing stuff. He's just here to trade some items. Tuatha is going to take on this cave bear. Come on, miss. Nope. Alright, so much for my scout getting any experience. I was hoping he had a decent enough dodge. Yeah, now he's afraid of dying, so he has reduced accuracy versus higher level enemies. We'll clear out that den. Got another Banner of the Brave. Yannisk was also going to pop up here and help clean out some things. And Wilbur is headed around to get to Sierra's Pass. And he actually made it in 1 turn. Actually, I'll just leave Wilbur here with his archers for now, since this is pretty close to where Vitrar is. I'll worry about adding more units for him when I get more income built up. And we are 2 more seasons away from unlocking the quest map. But it has been another 5 years. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.